In this video, I'm going to give you 3 big ideas for building effective sources of passive income. I'm also going to make comparisons against some of the things that people do wrong, and I hope in so doing, I can help you avoid some of the mistakes that I myself have made and maybe save you about a year of frustration. I've done my best to keep this video focused, but if you're short on time, I put some links in the description to help you navigate to the parts that you cannot wait to see. So if I had to guess, I bet this is not the first video you've ever watched about passive income. Okay, feeling motivated. Let's make some passive income. For some reason, you're giving me a chance to prove that I'm not going to be like every other video and rattle off 6 ideas or whatever to make passive income quick with $0 and start making money every month. Oh, well, how about that? We've got a couple of people lounging by the ocean under a beach umbrella made of $100 bills. That seems credible to me. Look, I've seen those videos. I know what you're talking about. In fact, let's just get that out of the way really quick, get everybody else caught up. Here are the ones that I've seen on YouTube. I'm not going to comment on them explicitly. If you want more information, like literally just check out any other recommended video. These ideas are mentioned everywhere. Not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is what's the deal with these ideas? Why do they work for some people? Why do they not work for others? Before making this video, I did a little research to find out what the average person could expect to make if they executed one of the classic passive income ideas. For example, selling t-shirt designs on an artist website like Redbubble. What I did is I looked at Redbubble's investor report, and the report that I found was from 2018. That's about 2 years old at this time, but I think it provides enough information to make a point. We'll start with this. In 2018, Redbubble reported that they had 298,000 contributing artists. That same year, they reported $183 million of revenue after artists' margins. Now in Redbubble, an artist can set their own margins, but a quick Google search revealed that the average margins are about 17%. So if I want to figure out how much the average person can make, I can take the $183 million revenue and divide by 83% to figure out how much Redbubble makes, including artists' margins. Then subtract the 183 to figure out how much goes to just artists. This amount is about $37 million, or I can round up and say $40 million. If I'm feeling really optimistic, I can round up further to $50 million. Let's say that. So Redbubble pays $50 million to their artists every year, at least as of 2018. Divide that by the number of artists, 298,000. That gives us $167 a year, the amount that an average artist can make. Divide that by 12 and we get $13 a month. Now, I'm not saying you can't be the artist who makes hundreds of dollars a month on Redbubble, especially if you find the niche of which there is a huge demand that no one is serving and you uniquely discover it and start producing excellent designs that everybody wants to buy. That would be a great way to make passive income, and I wish you the best of luck. But if you approach a YouTube video on passive income with the attitude that you're going to find some idea that's going to take $0 and very little work, you're going to rattle off a few designs, submit them to Redbubble, and then lay back while the money comes in, you're probably going to be disappointed. What I want to talk about in this video is what is it that sets the person who's successful on Redbubble apart from the person who's making $13 or less every month. If you know how to do that, that's going to give you the kind of passive income to write home about. So like I said at the beginning of this video, I have 3 big ideas to help you get there. This is the very first thing. You must believe that you have something of real value for people. You must believe that people are willing to stand in line and pay money for this thing that you have to offer. I talk to my friends all the time about passive income and any ideas that can generate money. It's what I do, so I talk about it as often as people talk about work. And when you're in it, it's hard not to see the potential in like everything. So I have these conversations and sometimes things really strike me like, dude, this could make you some money, man. Like, you gotta, and I think the biggest obstacle my friends encounter when they feel me bulldozing them with enthusiasm is they don't really believe that they have something that they can sell yet. Maybe they believe they can sell it under such and such circumstances, but they don't see it in them. If you don't see it in yourself, you might be able to execute the mechanics of completing an action. Look, I created a YouTube video. I submitted a design on Redbubble. I made my Instagram account. But the response will never be immediate. So if you don't truly believe that what you're doing is valuable, you're not going to have the stamina to carry it out until it gets to the point where it begins running on your own and it really becomes that passive income machine that you're dreaming about. The second big idea, you have to want this. Now, I know that those two words sound like the beginning of a motivational speech for a poorly written sports movie, but let me explain what I mean by that. It's not that you have to want passive income. I actually want to share a quote with you from a book that had a big influence on me. It was by Ben Libovich, and the book was called House Hacking. If you're not already familiar with house hacking, that's buying a multifamily home as your primary residence and using the rental income to pay your mortgage in part or even in full. If that's something of interest to you, I'm going to be releasing a video very soon about my own experience house hacking, so subscribe now so you don't miss it. I must adapt to the position that I can have anything that I want so long as it makes me money. Or if you don't like that quote, we can go with Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Don't say we can't afford it. Ask, how can we afford it? You have a way of living that you are chasing after. You have something that you want. The way that I try to think is that if I want something, I need to figure out how that thing can help me make more money, and then I can afford that thing. This is a helpful way of thinking because it always puts you in a problem-solving mode. You're never saying this is impossible. You're always asking, how can I make this possible? It's just an all-around productive way of thinking, but this way of thinking does one more thing. When you believe that you're doing this for something that you want, if you've made the connection between the thing that makes you money and the thing that you want, then as you're pursuing that, you will be able to remind yourself that you're not forcing yourself to do anything. This is what you want. So big idea 2.5 is to stop right now. Because if you don't have 1 and 2, you aren't going anywhere. Big idea 3 will not apply to you. So 2.5, if you're not there yet, just stop and meditate on these things. You have something of value that you can offer, that you can sell, and you have something that you want, that you're willing to work for because you really, truly want that. The third big idea. I'm going to tell you what this is, but I really want to make sure this makes sense. So I'm going to use an example, and I'm going to start by talking about what not to do. Even though I'm making up an example, this, in a nutshell, is how I started. This is what doesn't work. I am telling you from experience. So let's give it a shot. You decide you have something of value. How do you encapsulate that thing of value? For the sake of example, let's say it's a book. Everybody can imagine writing a book. And you put it on Kindle, you put it on the iTunes bookstore, you send out an announcement to everybody you know. Guys, guess what? I finished my first book. I'm so excited. I hope you buy it. And there you are. You've done it. Passive income. It's headed your way. Let's suppose you're actually really good. Let's suppose it's a great book. Let me tell you what's going to happen. Everyone who's your closest family, your closest friends, they're going to buy it. They're going to read it. They're going to give you positive feedback. Oh, I'm so proud of you. This is great. You did such a great job. I really love it. I told all my friends about it. This is your inner circle, your closest community. Everybody else that you send it to, if you send it on Facebook or whatever, they're going to like it. They're going to pat you on the back. You might have a few friends that skim it. Most people won't even read it. They're not going to pass it on. It's going to stop there. The end of the month is coming up and you're waiting for that check, that electronic deposit that comes from Amazon, it comes from Apple. It finally arrives and it's $100. And you're going to go, oh, okay, well, for first month, we'll see what happens next month. It's got to give it some time to grow. You're going to get, try to be optimistic. Next month, you're going to make less. You will never make more than that first month. That is what not to do. That is what will not work. It brings us to big idea 3. In a single sentence, plan on how everything will work together. How every effort, every source of passive income is funneled towards one end goal. Let's go back to the example. Suppose you've got a book. Before you publish it, you're planning on the title. The way you plan this title is you start to ask yourself, what can I do to get people to share this book? For the sake of the example, let's suppose your book is about success. Let's suppose it's about different types of personalities and different approaches to success. So you start with this idea. Why are people going to share this book? And you let yourself stay up at night asking yourself these questions. Finally, you come to the realization that you need some kind of attractive theme, some kind of tagline that people are going to be drawn to. And you come up with winners. There are 6 types of winners. Which kind of winner are you? So you title the book The 6 Kinds of Winners. So you launch the book, but you don't just send an announcement. You also start a Facebook page. Then you start studying how to make a Facebook app because your goal is to make an interactive quiz where people can answer questions, and then the result will tell them what kind of winner that they are and compare them to some sort of celebrity who is also that same type of winner. So you write the Facebook app, and then pretty soon you're sending out another announcement. Hey, guess what? In support of my book, I made this cool quiz. Try it out, and look at me. I'm a whatever winner. So all of your family and friends, of course, they're taking the quiz. They're posting it on their Facebook walls. It's linking to your Facebook fan page, but you're not done yet. Now you take it to the blog, and every single week you feature a new blog update about what the winners in cryptocurrency are doing and how they're winning, or like what the winners in real estate are doing and how they're doing it. Every single week, new topic, new type of winner. Of course, every single blog entry links to your book. While you're on there, you set up Google AdSense. So now you've got a banner that's linking to other stories about success. Maybe you do a few other book reviews that are helpful for the people who'd like to win. You put a little Amazon affiliate link along the side of your book. You're still not done yet though, because now you got to figure out how to get onto Instagram. Now, Instagram is a hard one because how are you supposed to be able to take pictures of winners, and what is that going to look like? So you think about it for weeks. Finally, it hits you. Wheaties boxes, because Wheaties is all about parading champions, right? So you want to do like Wheaties, but not Wheaties. It has to be winners instead. So you start to take portraits of people that are doing great things, and you frame them inside of like this cereal box of your own design that says winners across the top. And this becomes a logo which you put on a sticker. So now you're taking pictures of this sticker in different places. You take that design and you put it on Redbubble. So now you've got portraits, you've got stickers on Instagram that are spreading around, they're linking to the blog. You've got all of this tied into t-shirts, and everybody wants to wear the t-shirt because everybody wants the t-shirt that says that you're the winner. And you keep working because you're not even doing it for the book anymore. You're doing it for your next book. So you've got the book, and you've got the AdSense, and you've got the affiliate link, and you've got the Redbubble. You've got all the passive income sources, but they're all channeled into one thing, and this is what's going to set you apart. The whole time, you never stop adding value. Everything you do is to help people become more successful. You pour a ton of research into these articles to make this work, and you are sacrificing sleep like you wouldn't believe. So you ask yourself, is it worth it? Well, do you have something of value? Yes, you've never stopped. Okay? Do you want this? Yes. Yes, you decided in the beginning that this is what you want. And this is connected to the things that you're passionate about, the things you want to be doing, and the possibilities that have opened up before you because of this. So if you've got something valuable and you want it, and it's taking all your time, that sounds like a great deal. That is when many of these passive income sources work. Grab the attention and keep it. The one exception, at least the exception out of the ones on the list that I showed in the beginning, is probably real estate. And we will talk about real estate in another video. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it was valuable to you. But before you go, I want to provide you with some more resources. If you have any experiences with passive income, especially ones that were much simpler than I'm making it sound, tell me in the comments. If you want to hear about what my actual plan is to make my sources of passive income work together, you can read about that on my blog at neverbeenbetter.com. Speaking of material to read, I mentioned a few books in this video, and I put links to those books in the description, but I want to mention them explicitly. First of all, there was House Hacking by Ben Lebovich. Then there was Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, which is like a wealth building essential. And if you haven't read that book, like that's just absolutely read that book. And then, of course, many of you will have heard me echoing Gary Vee from his book like Crush It or Crushing It. In fact, I would recommend Crushing It if you want to hear real stories about people who have executed this type of plan and met success with it. And then lastly, not mentioned in this video, but a huge inspiration for me is Good to Great by Jim Collins. That's a book backed by research about what sets apart great companies from good companies, and I highly recommend it. It's a very easy read as well. Finally, if you really like this video and you want to support me, well, first of all, you can just give me a thumbs up and subscribe. That's a big help. If you want to do something else, and if you even want to help yourself, you can get free stock at Robinhood if you use the affiliate link down below, and you can get $10 of Bitcoin for free if you use the COINBASE link. And then lastly, if you just want to help a guy out simply in exchange for the value I provide in these videos, you can check out my Patreon link. This has never been better. I upload videos every week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.